Welcome with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 5. And this is Jesus speaking. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. I know there's a lot of talk of everybody saying we are in the end of times. This is it. God is coming real soon. This is it. This is it. Look at all these people pretending to be Christ. Look at all these warnings. But I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't even begun. We haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg to begin going in the end of times. But don't be deceived, because it is always at the end of times. Because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. We could die at any moment. And for each of us, we're not going to make it to the next generation. So for each generation, it is literally the end of times. Because we're all going to die within so many years. For none of us is going to be living to 900 years. None of us is going to be living to 500 years. And I say we probably only got about, for all the prophecies to really be fulfilled and that have yet to come, is still good about 500 years before the Lord may make his return. A lot of people say it's in the next few years, within 10 years and 20 years, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of things that still have to go with what the book of Revelation says, the book of Ezekiel, the book of Daniel. There's a lot to still be yet to be done. But we are not guaranteed. Within the 100 years, everybody who's alive right now will not be alive pretty much within the next 100 years. So it is the end of times. And though there's a lot of people right now claiming to be Christ here and there, that has been going on since almost since the beginning of time, when Christ walked the earth, I should say. People portraying to be a little bit before Jesus came, and ever since then, even after, people have been trained to be the Christ. Ever since people were studying the book of Torah, there's been many people who've been claiming to be the Christ. And even though we still got some nowadays, there's not nearly about enough of what the Bible and the scriptures talk about who would all be claiming to be the Christ. So we're going to continue to see this lies and the deception until the end of actual time. But near the end of the actual ages, right before Christ is coming, there's going to be many saying that, and then there'll be the one, the Antichrist, the big kahuna, or whatever you want to call it, of all the deceivers, where the whole world will fall victim to his lies and believe that this is the one. This is the Christ. And Jesus says if you have to run here, and they say, hey, come over here, run this way and come this way, for the Christ is here, you will know it's not true, because the moment that Jesus comes back, everybody will know. The trumpets will be sounded. Everybody can hear all the trumpets. Everyone at all time, no matter where you're at on earth, will see him coming through the clouds. No one can deny that that is the Christ. But we will be deceived. Many people will fall away from their faith, from the relationship with God? And how can we keep from falling victim to this falsery, from the lies, from the deception? God tells us that we need to be in this word every day. We need to be in prayer every day. We need to be in deep relationship with him so that we can hear his voice. And we know that he is he and not as who is lying to us. When we're in this book every day, we will read and it would tell you who is lying, who is false prophesying, who is speaking, who is leading the blind off a cliff because they're teaching lies and deception from the mouth of Satan. So they can deceive many and keep people from truly being saved, from coming to Christ. Jesus told Peter and the disciples, I need you to stay in prayer because Satan is seeking you. And you need to pray so that you do not fall to temptations. These people were sitting with Jesus at his right hand and at his left hand. And yet he's told them, I am praying for you because the devil is seeking you. And you need to stay in prayer so you don't fall victim to temptation because the devil is seeking you. They were sitting and walking among Jesus. So that tells you the us who are not even walking with God, right beside Jesus, I meant to say, because he's not here right now, walking on this earth, that we, who is not a disciple sitting next to God, if they can, how can we not? Who are we to think that we are better than the ones who sat among Christ and not be deceived? So this is why it is important that we got to pray. Because what did Jesus tell the disciple? He said, you need to pray. You need to pray to God. Seek his face. So therefore, as Christ followers, people who are following what Christ has asked us to do, we need to be in this word every day. We need to be in prayer, in constant communication with God our Father. It draws us near and dear and closer to God. And the more that you're in this word, the more that you're in communication with God, the wall of fire around you stays burning and in flames. It's a wall of protection to keep you away from the fiery darts of the enemy, for the traps and the snares and the pits that he's trying to lay in front of you to keep you from drawing near and closer to God. Daniel, as close as he was to God, with all the visions and the communication and all the things, even he stayed in prayer at least a minimum of 3 times a day. Without fail. A lot of people just don't think that it's that important. Oh, God hears and sees everything. He knows that I love him. He knows that I'm thinking of him. He knows what's in my heart. He knows that I love him and what I'm meant to do. But actions speak louder than words. Is not God deserving for you to get down, to talk to him? Is he not deserving of your time to read the word so that you can be filled with the truth and not be deceived? Is he not worthy of these things? The God who came down and walked among us, who suffered for us and died for us, is he not worthy of our time and sacrifice?